Financial responsibility, Section 108A1. The owner and operator of each of the vessel, except for the noun self-propelled with the barge, has not carried the head of substance as cargoes over 300 gross tons of the use any of the port or play for those United States with the naval wards. Any officer over the shell is able to maintain according to the required public aid with the president of the financial responsibility $300 per gross ton vessel carrying the head of the tons of the cargo of $5 million, whichever the grave to cover the liability under prescribed paragraph 1 of Section 107A. The act of the financial responsibility may be disabled by any one of the combination following with the insurance guarantee with the surety of the bond qualification self-assurance of bond filed with the show of the insurer by the bonding company that authorized to do the business with the United States in case when the owner and operator of the character is more than one vessel subject to the subsection of the liability of the financial responsibility need to be established only to meet with the maximum liability applicable to larger such vessels. The secondary transfer will withhold the revoke the claim that is required of Section 14197 with the revised statute of the United States with any vessel subject to the subsection does not have the certification furnished with the president with the financial responsibility provision paragraph 1 of the subsection has been complied. The Secretary of Transportation, according to the regulation made by him with the shell of the A with the D9 entry with the name of the port plate for the United States with the name of the waters 2 and the B and with the port with the plate for the United States which for the depart with the name of the port plate for the United States any vessel subject with the subsection upon the court that does not produce the certification furnished for the president of the financial responsibility provided with the provision paragraph 1 of the subsection having complied with. In addition, with the financial responsibility provision, paragraph 1, subsection president shall record additional evidence of the financial responsibility incineration vessel with the amount with the coverage of the liability of the coverage recognized by law if the president deems the appropriate to take into account with the potential of the risk of both the incineration, transportation, incineration, any of the other factors deemed relevant, beginning with the earlier 5 years of the day of the enactment of the act of the president shall promulgate with the quantum of the facility in addition with the C with the solid waste disposal act federal law of the class of the facility established maintain the evidence of financial responsibility with consistent with the degree of duration risks associated with the production of the transportation treatment of the disposal of the hazardous substance within now later than 3 years after the date of the enactment of the act. The president shall identify the class of the requirement of the first disposal of the publishing of the decisive identification federal register prior to the development of the type of the requirements of the according to the classes of the facilities owner and operator of the president determines the president with the highest level of risk and injury. Level of financial responsibility should be initially established with when necessary for the adequate adjustment and protect against the level of risk of the president discretion believe that inappropriate belief the payment the minute experience with the fund with the commercial insurer with the cost of the settlement with the judgment claims satisfactory satisfaction maximum extent of the practical the president shall connect cooperative with the suit with the evidence of the commercial insurer with the industry to develop the financial responsibility. Requirement of financial responsibility may be established by one of the aim of the combination of the following insurer guarantee certainty bond letter of credit qualification of self-insurance probably requirement under the section president authorized specifically with the contractual terms and condition of the defense if necessary with the unacceptable establishing such evidence financial responsibility in order to effectuate the purpose of the act. The regulation promulgated the under subsection incremental with the financial responsibility requirement quickly as responsibility achieved with no event with less than more than 4 years after the date of the promulgation. The possible level of the financial responsibility the president believe the appropriate of the final performance should be the incremental annual increments requirement of the financial operative with more than one with the person with the evidence the financial responsibility cover the facility may be established maintain one of the owner operative consolidated form on behalf of the by or on behalf of the two or more owner and operator with the evidence of financial responsibility established with the consolidated proper personal share of the participation shall be shown. Evidence shall be accompanied with the authorization application act on in behalf of the participation submitting and maintaining the evidence of financial responsibility. Or the requirements of evidence of financial responsibility for the motor carriers covered in the act shall be determined under section 330 of the motor carrier Act of 1980, Public Law 96 for the direction of action relief from the vessels. In the case of the relief of the threatened vessel, any claim authorized under the sections 107 and 111, then assume the directed against the guarantee of the provisions providing evidence of financial responsibility to the vessel under subsection A defense with the claim of the guarantee to may invoke all the rights of defense should be available to the owner and operator with the title of the guarantee and may invoke with the defense of the operator incident was covered the minute willful misconduct with the owner and operator with the guarantee to may invoke with the officer defense of the guarantee might have the entitled to of the proceeding brought to the owner and operator against him, malicious from the facilities. In case of the relief of the threat and relief from the facility and claim of the authorized in section 107 and 111 may be asserted directly against the guarantee with the provider of the evidence of the facility of the each of the size for the facility. The subsection B with the personal liable under section 107 with bankruptcy reorganization agreement with the pursuant of the federal bankruptcy code and or if the person of the negligent diligency jurisdiction of federal courts cannot be obtained with the person liable under section 107 likely to be solved with the time of the judgment. In case of the action, presume that the paragraph of the guarantee shall entitle to invoke all the rights of the aim defenses which would have been already available to the person liable to section 107 the aim of the count of the game and so the person claiming it and all the defenses which would have been available to the guarantor if the action had been brought against the guarantor by such person. Limitation with the guarantor liability. Total liability with the guarantor in a direct action brought with the section with limited with the agreement aggregated amount with the monetary limit for the policy with the insurance or the guarantee with the surety bound with the letter of the credit or a similar instrument that obtained with the guarantor by a person subject to liability under Section 107 for the purpose of satisfy the requirements of the evidence of the financial responsibility. Other responsibility. Nothing in the subsection is whether it be strictly limited with any state, federal statute, statutory contract or common liability, liability guarantor, including but not limited liability such as the guarantor, bad faith, either with negotiation, failing with negotiate settlement, if they claim nothing in subsection construed, they interpreted they apply with the diminished with the liability with any of the person under Section 107 of the Act and other applicable law. Civil penalties and awards, Section 109.